Thank you so much for taking the question. Speaker Pelosi, CNBC reports that Wall Street donors actually favored Biden over Trump in the campaign. They contributed over $70 million to Biden compared to about $18 million for Trump. Going forward, do you think that that damages the credibility the Democrats have when it comes to trying to get dark money out of the political process?
I have no idea how much dark money Wall Street put on the Republican side. So it'd be hard to quantify who actually supported whom. All I know is that they have so overwhelmingly supported Republicans. Now, there are Democrats on Wall Street, and some of them came forward to support Joe Biden and because they believe in a better future for our country. But institutionally, I think if we could see the dark side, we would see where their support has gone. But anyway, be that as may, let me just enlarge the issue for a moment about why we think this will happen. You hear these groups, the Declaration for American Democracy, so many respected organizations throughout the country speaking specifically to why it's important to take big, dark money out of politics. And they are tremendous validators, but they are not the only ones. They're not the only ones. The suspicion that the American people have of how decisions are made, and by the way, the Republicans are the handmaidens of the special interest. We are not, but the public doesn't necessarily see it that way. Sometimes they paint us all with the same brush, and we have to make sure that they know who has their interest at heart. By interest, I mean who is here to serve them. And as was said earlier, there's a reason that the Republicans put this big dark money there. It's a price of doing business for them. If they're in a certain industry, if they don't want card check, for example, for facilitating collective bargaining and unionizing, that's where some of the biggest money comes from in their big dark money. Chamber of Commerce has said to us in 2010, if we have to report, if people have to disclose, they won't give. They won't give their people. So the people that they were soliciting for all of this. So again, there are validators out there, even beyond the coalition that is on this call, that understands and knows that nothing will be more wholesome to the political process and the function of government than to pass H.R. 1 and make sure that we restore the confidence of the American people in governance, and also restore the confidence of the American people that their vote and their voice is as important as anyone's. This isn't an issue with us. This is a value. It is an ethic, and it is with a lot of people in our country. So I wouldn't make any, back to your question, any quantification of who did what to whom in terms of the election, who gave what to whom, because we absolutely have no idea how much the Republicans, the special interest, have given to, and the people they represent, and the people they finance. The people who sit at that table and make those gigantic contributions in a dark, undisclosed way to make sure that we're not successful. And they exploit the environment, they exploit workers, they exploit the healthcare, they exploit in every possible way. And a small price to pay for them put up money to make sure they win the elections. But now we have a breakthrough again. We did with Barack Obama and now with Joe Biden.
I would just say, on that question, that the money finds its way to everybody. That's how the money works. The question is, who wants to try to change that system? And that's where the difference couldn't be more stark. Democrats want to change that system. They want to fix it. They want to get rid of the influence that the money is having. That's what H.R. 1 is all about. Republicans, led by Mitch McConnell, love the way the system works now. They want to protect it. They want to expand it. They want it to be dominant. That's what they're about. So the credibility comes from who's standing up and saying, we are going to fix this system so that we answer only to the people. James Madison said government should be dependent upon the people alone. That's what Democrats are fighting for with H.R. 1. That's what Mitch McConnell is fighting against.